What's up, you guys? This video is just really focused on the hamstrings. So if you have tight hamstrings, this is perfect for you, or even if you have loose hamstrings like I do, it's really good to just focus on them, because sometimes a lot of low back pain or knee pain, things like that, do stem from the hamstrings. So this isn't like a full yoga practice, but there are very specific poses that focus on just the hamstrings. So I actually use 2 blocks for this practice. If you don't have blocks, don't worry about it. You can use water bottles or anything you can find around the house. It just helps lift the floor up closer to you, makes it more accessible. Also, I used a strap, but if you don't have a strap, you can use a towel, a shirt, anything like that to wrap around your foot. Nothing fancy. I am dealing with some sinus stuff, so if you hear me sniffling or coughing, it's been kind of annoying. But anyways, if you ever have any questions, feel free to reach out. If you ever need blocks, straps, mats, anything like that, I do have a link below that you can check that out. It's what I'm using all right here. So, like I said, if you have any questions, feel free. Also subscribe if you have not already. And if you do get anything out of this video, please like it, share with your friends, family, and very much appreciate that. So, without further ado, I will see you guys on your mats, and thank you so much for showing up. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. If you have your blocks, grab them. If you don't have blocks, like I mentioned before, you can use water bottles or pretty much anything that's going to lift the floor closer up to you will pretty much work. So the different settings of the block: this is the highest setting, this is the medium setting, and then this is the low setting. So it'll depend on how tight or loose your hamstrings are on which setting you'll use. So go ahead and grab your blocks and find a low lunge. I'm going to use the middle setting. So step the right foot forward. Before we do anything, make sure that front knee is stacking directly over the front ankle. You don't want it forward and past it, and you don't want it back as well. You want it directly over. And I want you to walk your blocks a little bit forward towards the front edge of your mat as well, and then let your hips relax, so you're opening up the left hip flexor, and then relax the shoulders away from the ears. On your inhale, lift your chest a little bit, look forward. And then on your exhale, straighten your front leg and fold over it. And you're pulling the toes back towards your upper body. And you should be really feeling a stretch behind that right leg. Even if your knee is bent, that's totally fine. As long as you feel the stretch that's happening there, take one more breath in. And then on your exhale, try to relax your chest a little bit closer if possible. And then bend back into that right knee. And we're going to do that 2 more times. So inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, straighten and fold over that front leg. Doing it 1 more time. Inhale, bend the knee, lift the chest. Exhale, straighten and fold, and just hang out here for a couple breaths. So breathing in, lengthening the spine. And then exhaling, folding a little bit deeper. 2 more breaths. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold, still focusing on pulling the toes back. 1 more breath in. Exhale, try to go a little bit further. Good, and then you'll bend back into that right knee. Bring your right knee to meet your left knee in a tabletop and just switch sides. So the left foot will step forward, just like on the other side. The front knee is stacking the front ankle. You're dropping the hips forward, so you also feel a stretch in this right hip flexor. Good, and then find the length in your spine. Drop your shoulders. Inhale, lift your chest forward. And then exhale, straighten and fold. For this first one, we'll hold a little bit. Pull these toes back towards your upper body. Straighten the leg as much as you can, even if it's not all the way straight, that's totally fine. And like I said, use your exhales to your advantage. So melt your chest towards that front leg that's straight. Good, and you'll bend into that front knee. Inhale, lift your chest forward. Exhale, straighten and fold. We'll do that 1 more time. Inhale, bend the knee, lift the chest, look forward. Exhale, straighten and fold. Hang out here for a few breaths, still actively pulling the toes back and using your exhales to fold the chest a little bit further, a little bit deeper. 2 more breaths. Inhale and then exhale. 1 more time, breathing in and then breathing out. Then back into that front knee. Find your tabletop. Move the blocks off to the side of your mat. And you'll ground your palms down. Make sure the fingertips are spreading out nice and wide and you're really pressing into your palms. Tuck your toes under and rise up to a downward facing dog. You're going to start by just walking out this first dog. So bend one knee, straightening the other, and just alternate left to right. Still breathing in and out of the nose. Good, and let both heels kind of just drop towards the floor. Even if the heels don't touch, mine don't touch as well, so it doesn't really matter if they touch or not. Just notice the sensation of the heels kind of dropping down, and it really lengthens out the backs of the legs. And now notice your sit bones lifting up to the ceiling, and again your heels relaxing towards the floor, deepening that stretch in the backs of the legs. Try to relax your shoulders away from the ears. Take a big breath in, and a big breath out. Good, now inhale, lift the heels up, and then exhale, drop the heels down. Do that again. Inhale, lift the heels up. Exhale, drop the heels down. One more time. Inhale, lift them up. Exhale, drop them down. Good. Look up towards your hands. You're going to step your right foot in between them. Bring your blocks back to frame that front foot just like we did before, but this time the back knee is lifted. Good, now inhale, lift your chest up just like before. Exhale, straighten and fold over that front leg. Now you're gonna walk this back foot up a few inches so you shorten your stance, and then fold over that right leg. It's called a pyramid pose. And using your exhales to relax. You choose the height of the blocks depending on where that right hamstring is at. Maybe you start to feel it opening up a little bit more than usual. Good, inhale, lengthen out the spine, your back is flat. And then exhale, fold a little bit further if you can. Let your head relax. Good, inhale, lengthen out the spine. You're gonna walk your hands and spin your toes over to the left side of your mat, so you're in a wide-legged forward fold. Now, the point of this pose is not to have your legs in this huge straddle. It's actually better if your feet are a little bit closer together than you think they should be. And we need to catch the outsides of the ankles. Inhale, flatten out the back so your spine is straight. And then exhale, use your arms to pull your chest in between the legs. Pull the shoulders away from the ears and keep actively using your arms to pull your chest deeper and deeper. So really feeling the stretch in the backs of the legs, but maybe you feel it in a different spot than in down dog, for instance. It's good to stretch all parts of the hamstrings. Good, inhale, lengthen out the spine, straighten your arms, back is flat. And then exhale, pull a little bit further. Good, inhale, lengthen out again. Good, keep your back flat, bring your hands to your hips, and then lead with your heart, rise up to stand. Good, now spin your right toes towards the front edge of the mat. Bring your arms out to a T, inhale. Good, now exhale, hinge forward at the hips. And then take your right hand down to a block, either the middle setting, the low setting, or the high setting. I'm gonna bring it up to the high setting. Now the block can either be on the outside or the inside of the foot, whatever feels more comfortable for you. It's called a triangle pose. So really extend up through the left fingertips that are reaching towards the ceiling. And I want you to feel like your back is like it's up against a wall. So the left shoulder and the left hip are stacking over the right. Your back is as flat as you can get it. And now you should be feeling a really good stretch in the hamstring and maybe even the inner thigh. Take 2 more breaths here. Last one in. And on the exhale, you'll bring that left hand down and you'll spin that left heel up towards the ceiling. Place both hands down to the ground. Bring that right foot to meet the left, back into your downward facing dog. Your sit bones are lifting nice and high. Your heels are melting down towards the ground. Good, take 2 breaths here. Kind of feel the difference from the right leg to the left leg now before we switch sides. Good, on your inhale, lift both heels up. On the exhale, drop both heels down. Again, inhale, lift the heels up. Exhale, drop the heels down. One more time. Inhale, lift them high up on your tippy toes. And then exhale, sink the heels towards the mat, even if they don't touch, doesn't matter. Look up to your hands. Step the left foot inside the hands. Bring your blocks to frame the front foot. Again, you choose the setting that you have the blocks on. I'm choosing the middle setting. Inhale, lift your chest forward. Exhale, straighten and fold over that front leg. Walk that back foot up a few inches for your pyramid pose. So you're shortening your stance. Lengthen your spine, breathe in. And then exhale, fold. You're using your exhale to fold deeper over that front leg. Try to keep your hips square. So feel like you're pulling that left hip forward and that right hip back. So you want your back to try and stay as flat as you can get it. Good. Inhale, lengthen out the spine. Your back is flat, spine is straight. Exhale, fold. Good. Lengthen out the back. You can move the blocks off to the side if you need to. Walk yourself over to the right edge of the mat so you're in that wide-legged forward fold. Again, you don't want your feet too far apart. You're going to grab the outsides of the ankles. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And then exhale, fold. Pull your chest, almost as if your chest is going to come like in between the legs. So your elbows are out because your arms are helping to pull your chest in. Inhale, lengthen out. And then exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale, flat back. And then exhale, fold. Good. Inhale, lengthen out. Now bring your hands to your hips, and you'll lead with your heart, keeping your back flat, rising all the way up to stand. You'll spin your left toes to the front edge of your mat. You'll extend your arms out to a T, hinge forward, and take your left hand down to a block. I'm going to, again, lift it to the higher setting and bring it to the inside of my foot. But you decide what feels best in your body. Reach the right arm up to the ceiling and focus on these lifted fingers and try to extend them like you're going to touch the ceiling. Again, that back is flat like you're up against a wall, and noticing the stretch that's happening in your left leg now. Take a breath in and then take a breath out. Two more here. Breathe in and then let it go. One more time. Inhale. Good. And then exhale. Take that right hand down. Lift that right heel up off of the ground. Move that block off to the side. Meet back in your downward facing dog. Take a full breath in and then a full breath out. Inhale, lift the heels up. This time keep the heels up. Walk your feet up through your hands. Come down to a seat. You're going to grab your strap. So if you don't have a strap, that's totally fine. You're going to either use your towel or a shirt. And you're going to lie down on your back and take that strap to the big toe ball mound of the right foot. Good. So the strap should be like each side of the strap should be in one hand. Take a full breath in. And then on your exhale, walk your hands up the strap towards the foot so the leg comes closer to the chest. Just like all of these stretches, you should feel all the way down this back leg. Even if your knee is bent, it's totally fine. Don't worry about it. Using your exhales, so take a breath in. And then exhale, pull it closer. One more time, breathing in. Exhale, pull it closer. Good, now relax that right leg down. We'll just switch sides. So bring the left foot up, take the strap to the big toe ball mound of the foot. You're holding it in both hands. Inhale. And then exhale, walk your hands up the strap towards the foot, pulling the leg closer to the chest. Flexing the toes back towards your upper body. Take a big inhale. Exhale, pull it closer. One more time, breathe in. Exhale, pull closer. Good, and relax that left foot down to meet the right. Move the strap. Excuse me. Move the strap off to the side. Take a full body stretch. Reach your arms up overhead. Take a full breath in. And then exhale, pull the knees into your chest. Give it a little rock from left to right. Good, you'll bring it through center. Inhale, pull your forehead up to meet the knees. And then exhale, release into your final resting pose. I like to bring the blocks underneath the knees. If you'd like to do that, feel free. Let your arms come away from the upper body. Gently close the eyes. Take a deep breath in. Feel your chest lift up. And then exhale, feel your chest fall as you breathe out. Do that again. Inhale, your chest lifts up. Exhale, your chest falls as you breathe out. And just let your body fall into stillness. Just notice the difference in the legs. Maybe they feel a little bit lighter. So whatever physical sensation you're feeling in your legs, just notice that. And take one final breath in. And final breath out. And thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste.